everyone, welcome back to another interactive session. And this time we have got Brave CF's first double champion right with us, Mohammad Fakhreddine, who just scored a sensational TKO win recently. First of all, congratulations on your big win. And so, how's life right now after you have been double champion?
Thank you, brother, and thank you for having me on your show. Man, feeling really good. It made history on March and 11th, and now it's time to enjoy it. I'm having a blast.
So, like looking back to the fight, you did exactly what you had said. You said that you're going to stop him, you're going to punish him inside the cage, and you did exactly the same thing. So, at any point, did you feel like that fight was going out of your hand, or was it going just as per your plan from right the beginning to
N-
the end?
No, 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 no. I knew I had that fight. It was a matter of time of when. Even when I got clipped and I got dropped, I was still in control of myself, and I still was still conscious of what was going on around me, and I knew if I could take him onto deep water, he was gonna faint. And as soon as that first round was over, he did not want to be in the cage. The look on his eyes told me he did not want to be a cage. When you're a fighter, you know another. When you're a fighter, you know what a fighter looks like when he's ready to fight. When he came out, it looked like he was ready to fight. But then, as soon as I touched him a couple of times, he did not want to be in there.
I mean, your performance appeared to be a mixture of like technicality alongside power. You used your technique very well. You took him to the ground. You even used your power to the display. So, what do you feel became the pivotal part factor of the win? Your power or your technicality?
It's definitely the technicality. It's he looks like a bigger, stronger guy. So I'm not gonna say power because I don't think it was the power. I think it's the power in my punches, maybe, yeah, but not the physical power because it looked like he was stronger than me physically. So to me, the key was just find the timing and find the just pick your shots and find it and just place it whenever you can.
So, like prior to the fight, there was a lot of bad blood, a lot of banter going between both of you guys, and you really proved yourself inside the cage. You proved your critics wrong. So, do you feel that the entire bad blood is finished inside the cage, or do you feel that it can bring out a second match between both of you once again?
I think it might be a third fight between the two of us. Since the first fight, he said he won that fight, even though it was a no contest. And then this fight, I won it, and then he appealed the fight to try to make it a no contest. So I do feel if the decision gets changed, there will be a third fight. But to be honest, I don't see the fight changing because the videos are clear. There was no shots behind the head, even though he's saying there was a lot. He was saying there's 10 shots behind the head, and the 10 shots that I landed, there was three of them that did not even touch him. One of them I hit my calf, and the first two I missed those two because I felt like I was gonna hit him in the head, and I tried not to, and I ended up missing those first two punches. So there was really seven punches that landed, and I guarantee you, if any of them landed, it might be one, but it's a part of not my fault because he was moving, and I still feel like I still did touch the air with that punch.
So, like, you really performed exceptionally well inside the cage, and I still remember ahead of the fight, I had an interaction with you. You said that you were planning to defend the titles a few times, and you were actually planning to jump across multiple divisions, and you didn't phase
Yes.
away from saying that, yeah, I'm going to come down, then go, again, I'm going to go up. So, right now, since you have made the history already, what's your immediate plan? Like, which are the divisions you're eyeing right now, having held the champ titles already?
Um, First of all, I'm gonna try to defend the middleweight belt, and then after that, I have a surprise for everybody. As soon as my next fight is over, I'm gonna start calling out a few people, and I think everybody is gonna love that. And Brave is gonna love that. It's gonna be a new challenge for me.
So obviously you're one of the biggest names from Brave CF right now. You're the promotion's first ever double champion, and being a double champion itself is a history. Like when you claim yourself to be a double champion, when you are putting yourself into the list of all the legendary names into the sport, and since you're part of that position right now, which are the fights that would interest you if you are given a chance to fight outside the Brave CF? Because a lot is happening inside the MMA world right now, and a lot of fighters that seemed invincible to certain people a few months back aren't looking that invincible right now. So, standing at this particular point, which fight would interest you outside the Brave CF?
Which fight would interest me outside of Brave?
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, right now my goals is to defend the belt next, and then we'll see what happens after. And it's all about the right timing and the right offers. We'll see what happens. So till today, I have no offers. I just have Brave, and I'm signed with multiple fights and exclusive. So we'll see what happens if I get the right offer. Like I said, it's all about the right timing and the right offers.
Now, very interestingly, UFC's middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, he faced Robert Whittaker in a rematch on his latest outing, and a lot of people have started believing that Adesanya is no longer that good in his fighting. A lot of like once middleweight champion, one championship middleweight champion called him out, said that he can easily beat him down. And when you look into Adesanya's performance against Jan Blachowicz in the light heavyweight category, you actually see Blachowicz dominating Adesanya. And Adesanya has been a great force, a big superstar in the UFC. Now, since you have held the world titles or brave titles in both the categories at middleweight and light heavyweight, how do you see yourself matching against Adesanya in a mixed martial art competition?
This is gonna be hard to answer because I haven't seen him. I've seen him like fight and everything, and the guy is amazingly good. I think I'll put up a really good fight, but this is as far as I know myself. I'll put on a good fight, and I know I'll put on a war. It doesn't matter what the decision is going to be. It's going to be a war, and I can definitely take him to deep water. I don't want to say I can beat him, but deep down, I really believe I could.
So obviously you have created history in your last fight, and a lot of people that actually wished well for you. They were really happy. So what was your family's reaction when you won the double titles?
Man, the warm welcoming that I got back home when I got there from my family and my friends was incredible. I felt proud of myself. I felt very honored that I represented everybody well and I presented the country well. And I can't wait for the next one.
I also remember we had a talk, and you said that you were really optimistic about the future of Middle East martial artists. And like I still remember the last conversation we had. I asked you whether fighters from Middle East or fighters from Asia they need to go out to the United States or Europe to like flourish their career, and you said that no, they don't need that. And having set the path for them, like you have become the double champion, you're kind of an example of how Middle East fighters can also be a problem for a lot of other contenders. How do you think
Oh yeah, no doubt.
your performance is going to be seen
No, no,
from
I'm saying.
5 years down the line? Like your performance is obviously being celebrated right now, but it's actually way more important than we realize it right away, because it's going to set the path for new mixed martial artists. So 5 years down the line, how do you think your fight against your the double champion victory is going to be looked at 5 years from now, maybe 10 years?
Um, how I'm gonna look,
No,
me
not you. Like,
personally.
not like it would be definitely be a big win for you personally. But how do you feel the people are going to see it? Because right now they are in a hangover.
Oh, I think they're still gonna look at it the same way till someone else comes and breaks my record, and then people are gonna be looking at them. But till that day, I think people are gonna be looking at it the same way as today because I am the first to make history in Brave. I'm the first to make history, and not in just becoming the first double champion, but also having also having wins at a 4 different weight divisions. Yeah, man, I see this fight going on for a long time till somebody comes and break those records, and then it'll be his time to shine.
So you're a master at jumping weights. Like weight cutting is a big problem for a lot of martial artists in the game, but it seems like an easy work for you. So can we expect you moving up to the heavyweight division at some point of your career?
I did that in two fights one night. I don't think I want to do that again. Those guys are they hit different. I have to say, those guys hit really hard, and it's not fun getting hit by a heavyweight. So especially me, I'm a natural welterweight. I can make welterweight. I have no business at heavyweight or light heavyweight. I can fight at middleweight easy. I feel stronger, yeah. But I have no business at heavyweight. I don't want to go back there unless it's another big tournament, and unless there's a big prize. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Now, we had talked about Jake Paul. You said that you're going to knock him out easily.
I
And
could.
all of a sudden, Jake Paul is teasing his move to the mixed martial arts community. How do you think he's going to fare in that?
He'll be crazy if he moves into martial arts. He will be dumb because in mixed martial arts, he's gonna get murdered.
Like, he is calling out Conor McGregor. He's calling out a lot of other fighters. What do you feel he's good? Does he
It's
really have a
easy to
chance
call
in?
out people. It's one thing to call out people, and another thing to fight those people. I think for him to compete with Conor McGregor, it's still gonna be a long way for him if he can match him. And I don't think he can make 155. What do he fights at? He fights at like 200
190,
pounds.
190, 200
Yeah,
pounds, I
like
think he would.
190. You can't call people out that are a lower weight divisions and you can't fight them. If you want to call someone out who's your own weight class or a little bit higher that you can jump up to. But if you're walking around, if you're fighting at 200 pounds, you got no business at 155, and no way you can unless he cuts both legs that out and then makes 155, and then he's gonna be dead anyway because he's not gonna be able to fight.
Also, like the mixed martial arts community is witnessing a lot of acts right now, and I really wanted to ask you this, just your opinion, because this situation has really distributed the MMA world into two halves. We already are aware of the bad bloods between Colby Covington and George Masvidal, and we recently saw the spat they had outside the Miami hotel, and like Covington bait Masvidal inside the cage, but it seems that the street fight turned out to be in Masvidal's favor, and a lot of mixed martial artists are actually backing Masvidal for pulling it off, and a lot of people are bashing him, saying that we are professional fighters, not street fighters. So, which side do you feel you're on? How do you see the entire situation?
I would have to disagree with what he did, but at the same time, I have to support what he did because I think a little bit kind of that way too. Like you don't ever disrespect my family. If you disrespect my family, I don't care where I'm gonna see you. I'm going to mess you up. Period. So yeah, what he did was a little bit reckless, but I do have to agree with what he did because I do think the same too.
So now coming back to your journey, obviously you have had a big win. You're having a great celebrating time with your family. So what are you doing these days? Like apart from planning your fights, what are you up to?
I'm back to Dubai. I'm back to training, and I'm back to doing the private classes, teaching a little bit every now and then when I have time. And that's it. Now I since I've moved to Dubai, I've been doing much better. So I'm sticking around for a little while.
So it's really almost summer right now, and I believe that Dubai is really heated at this point. So how are you dealing with the climate? How hard it is actually to train in this kind of heat?
Whoa, gonna have to see. I don't know about summertime, because I've heard how hot it gets here, and I hate it when it's too cold, and I hate it when it's too hot. So I guess we'll have to wait till summertime and see what happens. But for now, I'm loving it out here. It's nice.
So I guess you still haven't entered into a fight camp, and you can like relish your time with your family. So can you share the diet or the food items that you're having right now? Is it still a strict one,
I
or
am I no. I'm eating whatever I can get my hands on. If it looks good and tastes good, I'm having it. I don't care about my weight right now.
so? What is the time span, or what is the timeline when you can expect you to enter into a fight camp once again?
Most likely I'll get into camp after Ramadan. Now Ramadan is coming, so I'm definitely still gonna be training, but it's not gonna be training like I would be normally training where I'm getting ready for fight camp or whatever. So I'm just gonna be training for fun when I can after Iftar. And then Most likely, I will get into fight camp after Ramadan and start dropping weight and see what Brave has for me next.
I just wanted to ask you this, like, what is the extra motivation or what motivates you to make that switch? Because I know it's really hard when you're going, when you're celebrating your time and you're eating whatever you can, and all of a sudden one fine day you have to like make that particular switch where you can cannot eat whatever you want. So how do you make that switch all of a sudden? Like, is it very hard or you just go into a different zone? Like, I will have to stop right away.
No, no, no. For me, I just go with the flow. Whatever is going on, I just try to adjust to whatever is going on around me. If it's training, whether training, family time, or whatever that I'm doing, I'm just hanging around with my friends, or I'm at the beach by myself, or I'm a restaurant. I just go with the flow, and I try to make the best out of the time that I can, because we don't live for that long. And yeah, you just have to try to enjoy your life as much as you can while you can, when you can.
Also, like when you have got the power to beat people who are bigger in size than you, that's a really added advantage. And I wanted to ask you this, like there are minimum fighters who can actually pull it off. In boxing, you see Canelo Alvarez, he has been beating people much way bigger in size than him, and he's doing that with ease. And you have been doing that for a long time now. So how do you actually pull it off? Like when you're fighting someone who is taller than you, who has got a bigger reach, who has got more muscles. I know mixed martial art is a game of technique, but still, when you're facing someone bigger in size than yourself, they're having that kind of advantage. And there are fighters who make it look easy, like Mike Tyson, but that ain't an easy task. So how do you do that? Like being a fighter from that category, I would like, just want to ask you, like, what's the secret behind
For
beating?
me, I switch off. I switch off completely during the fight, and I go to into a surviving mode, and I go into a fighting mode where I don't see the guy how big he is or how small he is. I just see a person in front of me that can bleed the same, and that can get hurt just as much as I can. And I fight based on that. Like no one is unbeatable, no one is unbreakable. If I can break, the other guy can't break, and I just walk in there and I do the best I can, and I don't regret anything in a fight. I just put it all out, and I leave it all out on the line.
Now, considering the animosity between you guys the animosity that you guys shared, at any point did the fight turn out to be personal for you, or did you feel like I need to smack this guy's face, or was it always a professional affair
Yeah,
for you?
yeah. The second the second he posted a picture of me sitting on a stool and taking a shit all over my name and my last name, that turned personal to me. Now, when it comes to a fight, of course you can't let the emotions get involved, but yeah, the second he did that, it turned personal to me, and I just you just have to control your feelings and control your emotions in a fight, and you don't have to worry about that. But in a way, it was personal. Yeah.
Brave CF is one of the like growing one of the biggest MMA promotions in the world right now. You have seen Kamzat Chimaev, who is really doing big things onto the global scenario right now, and Brave FC has actually sheltered one of the biggest names into the fight community, and you're one of them right now. So right now, as you said that you are assigned with Brave CF and you don't intend to leave it right away, but at any point do you envision yourself going down to the United States or to the Europe and fight over there?
If like I said, it's all about timing and the right offers. If I get the offer at the right time, why not?
And any other fighters? Obviously, you're planning to drop big news ahead. You're going to call out some of them, and I know I'm not going to ask you to drop names right away, but still, if you can give us hint of some of those names or some of the kind
It's
of
gonna
fights
be a
you're looking.
different weight division. This is what I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be a different weight.
It's going to be a different weight. So, like four
Yeah,
division championship is really not a big thing in boxing, but when it comes to MMA, it's a big thing. So
yeah.
do you feel that can anybody from mixed martial arts be like Manny Pacquiao, who has won 8 divisions, 8 world titles in different 8 divisions? Do you feel that can anybody do in MMA?
It's a little bit harder in MMA because in boxing, it's like every I think 2 pounds you got a different weight division, so it's easier to make that move. But in boxing, I mean, in boxing, that it's easy to do. But in MMA, you got about at least 7 kilos between every weight division. So you could probably do 1, 2 different weights, maybe three if you're lucky, but I don't think you can do more than three weight divisions at the same time. It's gonna be nearly impossible for your body. All depends on how your body and your frame looks like and what you built like. So yeah, it's definitely a lot harder, and I don't think you can become more than three-weight division champion in MMA. If you're lucky and you have one of those like freak bodies, and you can make a four-weight division, and then yeah, you're a freak.
We're almost on the final stage of our interaction. It was great seeing you win. It was great seeing you connect with us. So finally, if you want to say something to the viewers, to your fans, followers all over the world.
I just want to thank everybody around the world, and I want to thank you guys for having time and taking the time to do the interview. And I want to thank everybody around the world for the support and love. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. And like I promised, I said I'll bring that second belt, and I did. And I promise you, it's going to be a lot more exciting news in this year. So stay tuned for sure.
Thank you so much for joining with us. The first double champion of Brave CEF. You did exactly what you had said, and I wish you a very happy time in Ramadan ahead. The festival is almost on the doors, and after that, we hope we will catch with you again and get rolled with some big news. Till then, stay
No
safe
doubt,
and
my
stay
brother.
well.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Check. We may see a little hand feint.
Oh, he dropped him
Dropped
again!
him again! Dropped him again! Here comes those shots! It's almost over! Decky Larkin standing by!
Oh!
It is all over! That is a legend!